So Trump just had his reciprocal tariff event in the White House's Rose Garden. My overall take, well, there's a 10% import tariff on pretty much all imports coming into the U.S. So the markets initially reacted well to that. However, when Trump announced his reciprocal tariffs, it pretty much showed that the tariff rates were a little bit higher than expected. Yes, they're about half of what other countries charge us, but with these reciprocal tariffs being half of what other countries charge us, this leaves 34% tariff rate on China, 20% for the EU, 32% for Taiwan with chips. So this is likely going to weigh on economic sentiment, and the market stock futures really tanked after this. Bitcoin tanked after this. The reciprocal tariffs, although they're better than what other countries are charging us, are higher than expected. The silver lining here, well, Canada and Mexico aren't part of the reciprocal tariffs, so that's good news, but the market isn't liking this. And we'll see how the market trades tomorrow after a lot of this is digested, and we'll hear more analysis about this come out. We'll probably see some press reports with Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. And I also wanted to talk about Tesla. There was reports out that Trump was telling his cabinet that Elon Musk is planning to step away from Doge over the coming few weeks. And if that happens, well, honestly, that'll be good for Tesla. You know, he's been neglecting Tesla by diverting too much energy into politics and Doge. He's been hurting the brand because he's been putting most of his resources and energy recently into the government and Doge, and especially after yesterday's Wisconsin Supreme Court race, after that, after a Democrat winning that went against what Trump was trying to do. He was trying to raise money for the Republican candidate. So he really needs to focus less on the government and more on Tesla again. If he focuses on Tesla, that'll be good for the company. You know, when the report came out, Tesla stock rallied pretty substantially because that means they'll focus more energy and efforts on Tesla. You know, Tesla has a compact car coming out this year that'll be cheaper, about $25,000. There's going to also be robo-taxis in Austin, coming out later this year. There's going to be a refurbished Model Y. There's also some good things coming out with the Optimus humanoid robots. So there's a lot of good catalysts, but Elon really has to divert more of his energy to Tesla, and I'm glad he's doing that. You know, I said in previous videos a few weeks ago, he really needs to focus less on the government and more on Tesla, and it looks like now he's finally going to do so, because yes, there was a lot of brand damage, and we saw that with the delivery report for Q1 coming out this morning being less than expected. So if he diverts more of his energy towards Tesla, I think there'll be a good turnaround in the company. Let's see what happens.